We made it! I'm so excited for this. Welcome to the official Your Mental Health Mentor YouTube channel. My name is Katie and I'm from BC, Canada, and I'm 31 years old. The purpose of this channel is to make mental health simple again. I want to help you take the health of your mind to the next level. I'm going to be giving you my top secret tips to make you feel like taking care of your mental health is easy, even with a busy schedule. Fun fact about me, I like to make drinking water fancy. Let's get comfy. And throughout this channel, I'm also going to be sharing the key tools that have helped me soar past the basics of mental health and into understanding how the mind works and learning how to utilize our subconscious minds to thrive along the way. At this point, you're probably wondering, who the F is this girl and why should I be listening to her? And that's all right. I'm going to share a little bit of myself with you guys over this journey, so why not start now? My name is Katie St. Amant, and you can find me on social media at Your Mental Health Mentor. Around 7 to 8 years ago, I was actually working in an elementary school with students with special needs. I loved this job, and I truly thought that it was going to be the career that I did for the rest of my life. But life had a bit of a different plan for me. Within that job, I ended up getting a couple concussions, which has now led to me having post-concussion syndrome. If you don't know what this is, that basically just means that I have concussion symptoms daily. Not fun, but it's okay. I don't need I'm so sorry that happened to you. Don't worry about it. I'm happy the way my journey has gone, and it has led me to the most beautiful way of living that I have ever experienced. And it's truly led me to see the beauty of life, no matter what life throws at you. Before I had my brain injury, I was actually suffering from some heavy depression for about 10 years of my life. At the time, I had felt like I had tried everything. I had seen counselors, I had tried medication, I had tried a lot of practices and tools, but I just couldn't kick it for some reason. And I'll be completely honest, my brain injury actually kind of forced me into finding a stress-free mind, which is how my brain injury has been such a blessing in disguise. It was giving me literal headaches to feel stress and sadness and anything else that came with what I was experiencing with depression. At the time, I was filling my life with toxic people, toxic chemical products, toxic everything. So, of course, filling my life with a level of toxicity was not good for my headaches. It definitely forced me to look inward and kind of think about what in my life was causing me stress and what in my life was bringing me down. So I was kind of forced into a place where I wasn't working for 10 months. I was off work, just healing. I couldn't be on devices. I couldn't really do a whole lot of anything. I could barely go for walks at this point. So within my healing journey, I kind of made it my mission to eliminate anything in my life that was contributing towards a stressful mind space. So I started cutting out a lot of things. I was cutting out relationships, friendships, some vices, but the biggest thing I had to cut out was my depression. It was definitely causing me the most harm in my life, in my mind space, so I knew I had to do something about it. There were so many tools that I started looking into that I found that began to help me, but what I actually found to be the most impactful was learning about the brain, learning about the mind, and understanding how the mind actually is wired and works and why we end up living the reality that we live often. And once I started to dive into this topic, it made me so freaking curious. I went down a rabbit hole and learned all about the mind. I learned all about our programming, our subconscious minds. And the most interesting thing to me was that our conscious minds, what we are waking up to every day and living out our everyday life and then going to sleep, our conscious minds is only impacting 5% of our reality. What? 95% of our minds is subconscious. So the reality that we live is 95% coming from our subconscious minds. Does that not make you curious? to know what the heck is going on in there. So I'm gonna be telling you guys everything that I've learned along this 7-year journey and how I've gotten to the place where I have beat depression, kicked it to the curb, but gone much further than just healing my mind. I, somewhere along that journey, decided that I was sick of just surviving life. It was time for me to find every pathway and every little bit of beauty in my life that led to thriving. So within it all, I ended up leaving my job. It was not serving me anymore since I felt just afraid of my surroundings. I was anxious. So as unfortunate as it was to have that injury kind of push me out of my job, it actually led me into a very beautiful space where I ended up starting a business and launching now the Thirst to Thrive movement. So I've learned a lot about running a business, finding a healthy mind space, and being brave to come forward and share all of this. I have learned so much over the last 7 years and within my whole life that I'm just so excited to share the value with you, to see if this can help you find some level of healing and thriving along the journey with me. Now, before I go much further, I just want to say that I am not a medical professional. I am not a therapist, not a counselor. I have no training in those areas. So if I'm giving any advice or tips and tricks or tools, just know that they're just from my journey. It is not from a medical standpoint, and I am not giving any medical advice here. I ain't a doctor. But I hope you can learn from my journey. I'm so excited to share everything with you. We're going to be talking about topics like building a foundation around your mental health, mastering your mindset, how much your physical body, your physical health and wellness matters when it comes to your mental health. And then we're going to be diving into brain health itself and doing all the things subconscious mind work and so much more. This is my first video, so as you can probably tell, there is so much for me to share, and to sit here and think of just a list of things ain't gonna happen. You're gonna have to follow along for the journey, but I'm so happy to have you with me. I hope you get some value, and just so you know, I want this to be interactive. I'm here for you guys to be able to give you that value. So if there's anything that you want to know about along the journey, any questions you have about me, my journey, the tips and tools and value I'm going to be sharing with you, please ask. I'm so happy to be talking with you guys. And just so you know, I am not perfect. There are still things that I'm learning. I am not this high up master that's above anyone else. I've just been through life, and we all have. So there's things that I can learn from other people, and then there are things that you guys can learn from me. So all I'm asking is just to join this fun journey with me along the way as I learn new things, try new tools, and share them with you guys to see if you also find value in it. Moving forward, I'm going to be releasing all of my videos on Mondays, and I'm calling them Mental Health Mondays. Thank you for being open to follow this journey with me. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for coming to learn a little bit more about me today, and I can't wait to learn more about you and share the value with you as well along the journey. See you next Monday.